Hello everyone. Welcome to the next lecture on the complex analysis. Today I will explain you the concept of the complex integrations and its 25 plus example in this lecture. Myself Dr. Harish Garg. You can follow my YouTube channel for more updated videos. Now, what is the objective of this lecture? We will see how you can solve the integration of the complex variables such as look at this integration of the z plus 1 z plus 2 divided by 2 and it is again a complex number and so on. But how you can integrate this function? We all know in the real line, in the case of the real line, the integration from a to b of the fx is always along the x-axis. Like here, this is from a to b. You can take the integration only of the x-axis. However, in the case of the complex numbers, this integration is not along the x-axis but along the curve. It can be of the any curve from z is equal to a to z is equal to b, or you can say it depends upon the path. For example, if you have this is my z a, this is my z b, so whether the path is a straight line or the path is a curve, or the path is firstly the straight line and then it is my here. So it's depending upon the three different paths, 1, 2 and 3. The integration answer is also different. Now, if your initial point, like this is my A and this is my B, if the initial points and the final points are my coincide, for example, if you start from here and then if you go like this manner and then so on. So this is my initial point, this is my final point. That means the curve is my closed curve. Fine. And the notation of the closed curve is my this circle. Whenever this is the integration, when I use this notation, that is the meaning of the closed curve. And the notation of the curve, if I say this is my curve C, so I can write this is my C. Fine. Now, if you have a complex function f of z, like we all know f of z is my u plus iota v, where what is my z? Z is my x plus iota y. If your function is of the complex variable which are defined on the curve L, which are defined as z is x plus iota y, like you can start from here ending at this. So whatever the path you can follow, either you can follow this curve, as I again told you, it may follow as a straight line, fine, or it may follow this directly curve of this. Then the integration of the function fz over this curve L, the integration of this fz over the curve L is called as the complex line integral, or simply known as the line integral of the fz along the L point. Make sure, student, if my function fz is analytic, fine. And how you can check about the analytic? We all know it must satisfy the CR equations and its partial derivatives are my continuous. Then if my function is my analytic, then it is independent of the path. What does the meaning is? If you start from A reaching at the point B, the one path is A to B. Second way, you can move on this manner. Fine. If I say this is my path 1, this is my path 2. If my function of the complex variable is independent, then integration over the 1 and integration over the curve A to B of the second path are always same. That means they are independent of the path joining. For example, if you say the integration from O to B, which is equivalent to the integration from O to A plus integration from A to B. You can see you can reach from the point O to the point B either by the curve 1 or by using the path OA and then A to B. And this is the most important concept in the complex integration, provided your function is analytic. I hope you can like, subscribe and comment on this video as well. You can share this video with your friend so that they can also learn how you can solve the problems. Now look at these 25 examples. Your target is to find the integration along the straight line from z is equal to 0 to always remember, your first target is to draw the curve of this path. You can see the curve is always lies in the xy plane. Fine. We all knows the value of the z is x plus iota y. Z is equal to 0. What does the meaning of this? That means x is 0, y is 0. That is the point O. The curve z is 1 plus iota. This implies x is my real component, y is my imaginary component. So 1 comma 1 is my this point. Fine. I call this is my B. So the path is OB. Fine. So always remember your first step is always to draw the curve. Fine. Now if you look about this integration, I need the value of the dz. What is the value of the z is? X plus iota y. What is the value of the dz? Dz is my dx plus iota dy. Is it fine? Now, if you look about that, what is the equation of the OB? If you clearly say this is a straight line, the equation is my y is equal to x. Now I can substitute the value of y is equal to x in the equation number in the value of the z. So it will be x 1 plus iota. Then I can find the value of the dz. 1 plus iota is constant, so it is outside into dx. Fine. I can substitute all these values in the given equation. What is the value of the y? Y is equal to x. So it will be x minus x plus iota x square. Dx will be 1 plus iota into dx. Now you can see these values are integration with respect to x. Can you find the limit of the x? It is from 0 to 1. Fine. Now you can solve this integration. This value will be cancelled out. 1 plus iota is my outside. Integration of iota is also common. It is my x square. The integration of the x square is x cube divided by 3. If you take the limits from 0 to 1, the answer is iota 1 plus iota divided by 3. Or if you open them, it is iota minus 1 over 3 is my right answer of this problem. Look at the second one. Find the value of the integrations along. So again, your first thing is you can draw the curve. This is x and y. Along the real line from z is equal to 0, z0 is my this case. What is a z is equal to 1? I can compare with x plus iota y. X is my 1, y is equal to 0 because there is imaginary part is my 0. Fine. So 1 comma 0 is my here. So this is my O, this is my A. You firstly go from O to A and then parallel to the imaginary axis from z is equal to 1, this is z is 1 to 1 plus iota. What is the meaning of the 1 plus iota? That means x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. So this is the point of 1 comma 1. This is the point of 1 comma 0. So your target is to find the integration from O to B, but using the path OA and then from A to B. Fine. So your target is this one. Now I can substitute the value here. The value of the x is z is x plus iota y. The value of the dz is dx plus iota dy. So this integration is start from O to A and then from A to B. Fine. Now how you can find on the OA? Can you find the equation of the OA? What is the equation of the OA? Y is equal to 0. If y is equal to 0, dy is also 0. So that means the value of the z is my only x and the value of the dz is dx. Fine. On the curve AB, can you write the equation of the AB? This is my x is equal to 1. If x is equal to 1, what is the value of the z? Is 1 plus iota y. Can you find the value of the dz? 1 will be 0, iota into dy. Fine. Or because x is equal to 1, so dx will be 0. I can substitute here x On the equation of OA, y is equal to 0. So this value will be 0 plus iota x square. What is the value of the dz? Dz is dx plus iota dy. On the curve OA, dy is my 0. This is my dx. Then on the curve OA, the value of the x is 0 to 1. On the curve AB, x is equal to 1, 1 minus y plus iota. The value of the dz, in this case, dx is my 0, then it is iota into dy. So can you find the limit of the y? Y is my 0 to 1. Fine. Now you can solve this integration. What is the first integration of x? It is a x squared divided by 2. This integration is iota x cube divided by 3 from 0 to 1 plus integration with respect to y. So iota is my common. This is my y minus y square by 2 plus iota is constant. So iota y from 0 to 1. Now you can substitute the value half plus iota by 3. If you substitute 0, it will be 0 plus 1 minus half plus iota, and if you substitute 0, it will be 0. So if you open them, it will be my half plus iota by 3. It is my half. So it is iota divided by 2. It's a iota square. It's a minus 1. So this value will be 5 by 6 and it is minus half is the right answer of this problem. I hope student you can like and comment on this video as well. Okay, now look at the third example. Firstly, you have to draw the graph. Fine, this is the equation, this is the curve x and y. What does the meaning of z is equal to 2? That means this is the equation of the circle whose center is 0 and radius is 2. Always remember, you can compare the equation with z minus a is r. This r is known as the radius and this a is called as the center of the circle. In this case, a is my 0, so I can draw them. So 2 comma 0 and 0 comma 2. So that means this is only for the first quadrant. Fine. My reason is this case. So can you write the equation of the circle? The equation of the circle, that is z is, what is the in journal is r e raised to power iota t. So r radius 2, e raised to power iota t. In the first quadrant, the value of the t, that is the angle, is pi by 2. Fine. Now your target is to find the value of the dz. What is the value of the dz? 2 iota e raised to power iota t into dt. I can substitute all these values in the given equation. You can see this is the z square. This is my z, 3z, and this. I can common 2 iota is a common and I can multiply them. It's a 4 e raised to power 3 iota t plus 6 e raised to power 2 iota t. So can you integrate them? Yes, you can easily integrate them. It will be 2 iota of this case. Now you can substitute the values. 2 iota is outside. If you substitute pi by 2, it will be 4 e raised to power 3 iota pi by 2 and you can subtract the lower limit. What is the value of the e 3 iota pi by 2? I can write this number is cos 3 pi by 2 plus iota sine 3 pi by 2. So what is the value of the cos 3 pi by 2? It's my 0. What is the value of the sine 3 pi by 2? Sine 3 pi by 2 I can written as pi plus pi by 2. It lies in the third quadrant. It's a minus sine pi by 2. This number is my minus 1. So the answer of the first part is minus iota. So minus 4 iota divided by 3 iota. Plus what is the value of the e raised to power iota pi? It's a minus of 1. Minus 4 times 4 divided by 3 iota minus 1 over 3 iota. Fine. Now you can substitute this value. You will get the answer as here. Fine. So after the calculation, you will get this is the right answer of this problem. It's a 4 iota. Fine. So you can check your calculation. It's a 4 iota. So it will be iota, it will be cancelled out and the rest of the calculation will be right answer. Okay, look at this another one. Again, it's a circle. You firstly draw the circle on the region X, Y. Center is my A, radius is R. So this is the A comma 0. Fine, because it's a real component. A comma 0. Now radius. Now what is the R? R is a radius. Now it may possible that A is less than R. It may possible that A is greater than R, or it may possible A is equal to R. So I can consider any arbitrary circle. Fine. So this is the curve equation of the circle. Now, what is the equation of the circle is? Z minus A is R e raised to power iota t. And in this case, it's a complete circle. So my t is from 0 to 2 pi. Fine. I can find the value of the dz, which is R iota e raised to power iota t into dt. I can substitute all these values in the given equation. So it will be here. Now you can see R e raised to power iota cancel out. I can take an iota as a common. Then the limit of the integration is from 0 to 2 pi of dt. So the answer is 2 pi iota is my correct answer of this. Dear student, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Again, your target is to find the integration. So firstly, you can draw the curve on the xy plane. This is the equation of the circle, but the angle is only from the 0 to pi. So that's the equation of the semicircle. Fine. This is my 2 comma 0 and this is my 2 comma pi. Then can you write the equation of the circle is? Fine. Your target is to find the value of the dz, 2 iota e raised to power iota t into dt. I can substitute all these values in the given complex integration. Now you can see 2 iota cancel, 2 cancel, iota I can take as the outside. Then from 0 to pi, 2 e raised to power iota t plus 2 of dt. So can you integrate them? It will be 2 e raised to power iota t divided by iota plus 2t from 0 to pi. Clear? Then can you substitute the limits? Iota. If you substitute pi, 2 e raised to power iota pi divided by iota plus 2 pi. If you substitute 0, so 2 e raised to power 0, 1. It's a 2 divided by iota minus 0. Now what is the value of the e raised to power iota pi? We all know this value is my minus 1 because I can use cos pi is my minus 1, sin pi is my 0. So that number is minus 1. So this number is iota minus of 2 divided by iota plus 2 iota. I can rationalize them. Then it will be 2 times iota. Why? You can see I can rationalize this quantity is iota divided by iota. So minus, it will be iota square. It's a minus 1. So it's a plus of 2 iota. Fine. Again, you can rationalize them. It's a iota. It's a iota square. Iota square is a minus 1. It's a 2 plus of 2 iota plus 2 iota plus 2 iota. It's a 4 iota plus 2 pi. If you open them, it's a minus 4 plus 2 pi iota is the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at this another one. Again, your first target is to draw the curve. Always remember student, whenever you have seen the complex integration, always draw the curve. What is the limit is? Minus 2 plus iota. And the second limit is 5 plus 3 iota. Fine. So if you compare them with the z is x plus iota y, x will be my minus of 2, y will be 1. So x is minus 2, y is my 1. In this case, x is my 5, y is equal to 3. So x is equal to 5, y is equal to 3. So your target is to find the curve of this case. Fine. Now, what is my function is? Z cube. Fine. And we all knows this is my analytic. Fine, because you may start them, you can substitute the value of the x plus iota y. So then your integration will be x plus iota y cube and then dx plus dy. Then you have to need to open the a plus b whole cube, and then you can take an, but we never know whether it's a straight line. It may possible that the curve will be like this manner. It may possible that, fine, because it is not given that this is a straight line. They are talking about only start from the a and ending at the b. So whether it's a straight line, whether it's a curve, or whether it's look like say this curve, it is not given in the given statement. Fine, but we all knows if the function is my analytic, if the function is my analytic, what does it means? It is my independent of the path. Fine. If it is independent of path, that means either we can move as a curve, or I can move as a straight line, or even I can draw the perpendicular from this A, perpendicular from B. So this point is my, this x-axis is my 5 and the y-axis is my, so I can say A, B, C. So either I can move from A to C and then C to B. They all have the same answer because it is independent of the path. So once it's independent of path, then this integration I can say this is similar to the AC plus CB. Fine. So I can say this is the integration of the AC and CB. Because if you write this integration, then what is the value of the dx plus iota dy? You need to apply the Green's theorem. Fine, and then again you will get the same answers. Now if you look about the curve AC, can you write the equation of the AC? Equation of the AC will be y is equal to 1. When y is equal to 1, dy will be 0. So your z will be x plus iota y. On the curve BC, on the curve BC, your equation will be x is equal to 5. So that means dx will be 0. So your z will be 5 plus iota y. Once you know the value of the z, can you find the value of the dz? It is my dx. Can you find the value of the dz? 5 will be 0, iota into dy. I can substitute all these value here. Z on the curve AC, z is my x plus iota, dz is my dx, plus z is my 5 plus iota y cube into dz is iota times dy. On the curve AC, what is the limit of the x? From -2 to +5. On the curve of the BC, what is the value of the y? From 1 to 3. Fine. So I can substitute this. Now that's it. That's over. I think it's quite integration is easy. It will be x plus iota raised to power 4 divided by 4 from 5 -2 to 5 plus iota is my outside. It is my 3 plus iota y raised to power 4 divided by 4, as well as derivative of this inside quantity from 1 to 3. So this iota will be cancelled. Now you can substitute the upper limits. It is a 5 plus iota raised to power 4 minus minus of 2 plus iota raised to power 4 over 4 and so on. Now after the solving, you will get this is my required expression. You may, how you can solve this? You can think about like a4 minus b4. It will be a square minus b square, a square plus b square. Fine. Or again it's a minus b, a plus b, and then a square plus b square. So after solving, you will get this is my right answer of the problem. Okay, look at this another one. Again, your target is to evaluate this curve around the ellipse. Again, a very simple. In this case, you need a dx. Can you find the value of the dx? It is -4. Okay, firstly, if you want to draw the curve, what is the equation of the ellipse? Clearly say it's a 4 and it's a 3. So this is my equation of the ellipse. 4, 3. So your target is to find the value of the dx. Your target is also to find the value of the dy. It is 3 times sine derivative is my cos theta of, I can substitute the value of the dx dy. I can substitute the value of the x and y in my given curve, and the limit is my 0 to 2 pi. I can open this bracket. You can see it's from 0 to 2 pi. This number is my minus 16 sine theta cos theta. This is my minus 24 sine square. This number is my plus 12 cos theta minus 24 cos square theta. Fine. You can see this number is my minus 24. I can multiply 2 and divide it by 2. So this number is sine of 2a. It's a minus 8 sine of 2 theta minus 24 plus 12 cos theta. Now I think rest of the part you can done it very easily. That's the integration. It's a minus. What is the integration of the sine? It's a minus cos 2 theta divided by 2 from 0 to 2 pi. 24 integration with respect to theta is my theta, and integration of the cos is my sine theta from 0 to 2 pi. Now it is minus minus plus 8 over 2. Cos of 4 pi is 1. Cos of 0 is 1. Minus of 24. 20, sine of 2 pi is 0. Sine of 2 pi is 0. This number is cancelled. Answer is minus 48 pi is my correct answer of this problem. Look at this another one. Again, this is the curve. You can draw it x to y. Z is equal to 0. That is x is 0, y is 0. In this case, x is 4, y is equal to 2. X is 4, y is equal to 2. Fine. But it is not given that whether it's a straight line, whether it's a curve, whether it's a what kind of the curve is, it is not given. But you can see this curve is given as t square plus iota t. Fine. In this case, equation of the curve is given as this form. Our target is to find the value of the dz. It is my 2t plus iota times dt. Fine. I can substitute both the values in the given equations, or you can see what is a z bar, z complement or complex conjugate. It's a minus iota into 2t plus iota into dt. Now your target is to find the limit of the t. Now you can see if z is equal to 0, if you compare them, you will get t is equal to 0. Fine. And if you compare this case, the t will be my 2. So your limit will be 0 to 2. Fine. Now the rest of the target is simple. How you can solve them? You can multiply this bracket. It's a 2t cube plus iota t square minus 2 iota t square. My iota square is a minus 1 plus t of dt. Fine. Now rest of the part is simple. You can integrate them, or you can see this is 2 iota t square is a plus iota t square. It will give you minus iota t square. So can you integrate them? It's a 2, 4. It's a t square by 2. It's a iota t cube divided by 3 from 0 to 2. So if you substitute the value, it's a 1632 divided by 4 plus 4 by 2 minus 8 iota by 3, 0, 0 and 0. So this will be my 8, this will be my 2. So 10 minus 8 iota divided by 3 is the right answer of the problem. Okay, again this is a complex integration. Again your target is to firstly draw the curve. Z is equal to 0 and 1 comma 1. And it is given that it's a line segment. So the line segment means it's a line of this case, say O to A or O to B. Fine. Now your target is FZ. y minus x minus 3x square iota into dz. Fine. So my first target is to find the value of dx and dy. So can you write the equation of the OB? Equation of the OB is y is equal to x. So therefore, the value of the z is, or z is my x plus iota y. So x plus iota x. The value of the dz will be 1 plus iota into dx. Fine. So I can substitute the, or you can also say the dy is equal to dx. So I can substitute the value of the dy is equal to dx. I can substitute the value of the y is my x in this given. Then the whole integration is in terms of the x. So the limit is my 0 to 1. This will be cancelled out. Minus 3 iota common, 1 plus iota common. Then the limit is my 0 to 1 of the function x square. So it's x cube by 3. 3 will be cancelled out. It will be x cube. The integration of the x cube is 0 to 1. So it's a minus iota square. 1 minus iota is the right answer of this problem. Okay, look at this another one. Again, your target is to find the integrations. So you can firstly draw the curve x to y, which represents a square. This is my square. Describe in the positive sense. Positive sense means anti-clockwise direction. This is meaning of anti-clockwise direction. That's the meaning of the positive sense. With the sides parallel to the axis of the length 2a. Because it's a square, so this length is x is equal to a, this length is my minus a, and this length is, because it's a square, so this length is y is equal to a, this length is y is equal to, and the center is at origin. So this length is my a, this is my minus a, so the length, total length is my 2a. Similarly, this is my a, this is my b, so the total length is my 2b. Then your target is to evaluate this integration over the curve length L. So clearly say I can write this curve from A to B, then firstly from A to B, then B to C, and then C to D, and then D to A. Fine. So can you write the equation of the AB? Once you can write, what is the equation of the AB? Y is equal to minus A. So what is the value of the Z? X plus iota y. Fine. What is the value of the dy? 0. So can you find the value of the dz? It is my dx. The first integration becomes dz is my dx. The value of the z is x minus iota a. This is the limit of the x on the curve on the line a to b. The value of the x is minus a to plus a. Second limit on the BC. On the BC, x is equal to a. So that means your dx will be 0. Then the value of the z is a plus iota y. And the value of the dz will be iota times dy. So I can substitute here. It's a iota times dy over z. The value of the z is a plus iota y. So can you find the value of the y at here? The value of the y is my minus of a. This is plus a. Similarly, you can write the equation of the CD. Find the value of the z and dz. Now how you can solve this? What is the integration of this is log x minus iota a from minus a to plus a plus iota, it's log of a plus iota y divided by iota from minus a to plus a. Similarly for the other case. In this case, iota and iota will be cancelled. Now you can substitute the limit. If I substitute the first upper limit, it's a minus iota a. A minus iota a, I can take an a as a common. Then it is 1 minus iota. Fine. This is upper limit minus lower limit, because we all know the value of the log m minus log n, it is always log m over n. So I can write the lower limit is here. So it is a minus a minus iota a. Minus a I can take in common. It's a 1 plus iota. Fine. Plus I can write for the second. Similarly for the second limit, it will be log a common 1 plus iota divided by a common, it's a 1 minus iota. Plus similarly for the third case and the fourth case. Again, we all know log m plus log n, which is equal to log of mn. So I can simply use the log of mn concept. And you can see this limit will be cancelled out by this term. A plus cancel out this, minus and minus cancel, all are my cancel. Log of 1 in the complex number is e raised to power 2 pi iota. So the answer is 2 pi iota is my correct answer of this problem. Okay, look at this another one. Again, your target is to firstly draw the curve. Z is equal to 0, 4 comma 2, 4 comma 2. Fine, this is my O, this is say my B. Find the integration of this from O to B, but whether the straight line, it is not given. The curve is line Z0 to 2 pi, 2 iota. Z0 is my this, Z is equal to 2 iota. What does the meaning is? X is 0, Y is equal to 2. So this is the value of 0 comma 2. That means your first target is to move from O to A, and then Z is equal to iota. That means at the point A to Z is equal to 4 plus iota. So that means your target is to evaluate this curve from O to A and then from A to B. Fine. This is your target. Again, can you write the equation of the AB on the OA? On the equation of on the curve OA, what is the equation is? X is equal to 0. If x is 0, this means dx is 0. If x is 0, the value of the z is iota y. The value of the dz is iota into dy. Similarly, on the curve AB or on the line AB, the equation will be y is equal to 2. If y is equal to 2, that implies dy will be 0. The value of the z will be x plus iota y. This implies dz will be dx. Now you can substitute this value on the curve OA. Z is my iota y, but I need a complex conjugate. It's a minus iota y. Dz is my iota into dy plus second curve is x minus of 2 iota and the dz is my dx. So can you find the limit? On the curve OA, the limit of the y is 0 to 2. On the limit x, 0 to 4. Fine. Now you can integrate them. It's a iota square minus 1. It's a plus 1 outside. Integration of the y is y square by 2 from 0 to 2. Plus this is my x square by 2 minus 2 iota x from 0 to 4. Now you can substitute the limits and you will get the right answer as 10 minus 8 iota. I hope student you enjoy this session, and please don't forget to like and comment on the video so that it will reach to the many of the students like you. Okay, can you draw the curve? So what is the meaning of that? 1 is my center. R is also the radius. Fine. So center is my 1 comma 0. This is my 1 comma 0 and the radius is also 1. So my circle is my this one. Fine. This is my 0. This is my radius is 1. So this point is my 2 and it's a complete circle. The equation of the circle will be z minus 1 is radius e raised to power iota t. I can find the value of the dz this case. I can substitute both the values in the given curve. It's a complex conjugate. So can you find the value of the z? The value of the z is 1 plus e raised to power iota t. So I can say 1 minus e raised, sorry, because it's a complex conjugate, 1 plus minus of iota t whole square. The value of the dz is iota. Fine. That the limit of the is a complete circle. The limit is my 0 to 2 pi. Now you can open this bracket. Firstly, I can take iota as a common. Fine. It is a square plus b square plus 2ab minus iota t into e raised to power iota t. Now you can multiply this e raised to power iota t inside. You will get this expression. Can you find the integration of this? E raised to power iota t divided by iota plus e raised to power minus iota t divided by minus iota plus 2 into t from 0 to 2 pi. The rest is very simple. You can substitute the limits. That is the upper limits and the lower limit. You will get this answer. We all know e raised to power 2 pi iota is a cos of 2 pi plus iota sine of 2 pi. Iota sine of 2 pi will be 0. Cos of 2 pi will be 1. So this number will be 1. This number is also 1. And the final answer is 4 pi iota. Similarly, again, it's a simple one. You can draw the graph. It is x. This is y. 0, comma 1. X is 0. Y is equal to 1. X is equal to 3. Y is equal to 10. Fine. And it's a line joining. So you can join the line here. Fine. So this is my A. This is my B. Can you write the equation of this AB? How you can write the equation of the AB? We all know it's a y minus y1 over x minus x1, which is equal to slope. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is my x1 and y1. So y minus 1, x minus 0 is a 10 minus 1, 3 minus 0. So this equation is y minus 1 over x, 10 minus 1, 9 over 3 is 3. So the equation becomes y is equal to 3x plus 1. Fine. So now your equation is y is equal to 3x plus 1. I can substitute the value of the dy. Dy will be my x, 3 into dx. I can substitute the value of the y and the value of the dy in the given equation. And then your integration becomes in terms of the x. And you can see the value of the x is from 0 to 3. Now you can see it's all are in terms of the x. So can you solve this in terms of the x? I think that's a very simple. It's a 6x plus 1. This is my 2 into 3, 6. This is my 5x, 15x. So it is my 21x plus 7 from 0 to 3. Can you integrate them? 21x square by 2 plus 7x from 0 to 3. And the rest of the part you can do it easily. Your answer will be 231 divided by 2 is the right answer. These 3 questions are exercise for you, and you can see and let me know in the comment box whether your answers are matched with this given answer key. And I hope you have enjoyed this session too. Let me know in the comment box how much percentage you have understand this lecture. And please don't forget to share this video with your friends as well. We will see the next lecture very soon on the Cauchy integral theorem. That's the most important topic of this complex analysis. Till then, you can like, share, and comment on this video. And don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Best of luck, students. Happy learning.